Hi, this is Elmo Production, and I have my DVD update. And the first movie, Donnie Darko. Yes, Donnie Darko, the most famous cult film ever made. This is actually one of my favorite movies, and this is the director's cut. Personally, I like the director's cut because there's certain scenes that they felt shouldn't have been in the original theater version. And I really think that, they're very small and, don't mean much to the whole movie as itself, but I really do enjoy the scenes that it adds on. The only thing I was worried about is that when I got the original one, there was no special features or anything, and this one actually has a couple, like the Cult of Donnie Darko. There's some guy that made a video for it. I really enjoyed this one. Another one is Day of the Dead, and this is the original, not the remake that is done, I guess. I have not seen it yet, but this is part of this is the third in the franchise of George Romero's zombie movies. I don't know, this one, I really felt like I was in the movie. It takes place in a missile silo, like an underground kind of tunnel thing, basically, like a Area 51, I guess you could say, but no aliens. Zombies have already taken over when it begins. They walk slowly, which I personally think is scarier. Then again, 28 days later, they all run, and some people think that's scarier. Might as well continue with the zombie flicks. Speaking of 28 weeks later, I have 28 weeks later here. It is a bootleg copy, but it's good quality, so that's why I got it. This movie, I like 28 days later better, which I have. It's just hiding somewhere. 28 days later was so, the cinematography was amazing. The intro is probably one of the best beginnings of movies I've ever seen. Just the shots of him walking through empty London. It's just amazing. How could they do that? It's not, a lot of it's CG, but then again, when I watched the commentary, they were allowed to cut off any traffic and any pedestrians coming in that area and just trashed it with papers and stuff and made it look like there was really a zombie invasion in London. Another one to go ahead and do is Dawn of the Dead, the original one, George Romero. This is the second one, right before Day of the Dead, right after Night of the Living Dead. And, this one was a groundbreaker. This was one of his biggest movies when theaters, and then again, it even sold more with the DVDs. I love it. Like, just the whole mall setup and being stuck in a mall, I think is really cool, but they certainly get sick of it. And, the gore is obviously not exactly good. It's kind of cheesy, but actually one of the scenes when they bring the trucks back, the other part of the yard back to the mall to cover up the doors, the glass doors, and you actually see a trampoline that one of the zombies extras jump in front of the, make it look like it's in front of the car. It's really, you see it for like a split second, you have to pause it, right? If you listen to the commentary, they tell you exactly when to do it. I have the remake of Dawn of the Dead, which is actually pretty good. I really liked it. It's definitely a modern take. Modern weapons, modern everything. It still takes place in the mall, but a lot of the same ideas, just the bigger party with them. And they run in this one, which I'm not too fond of, but I definitely liked this movie a lot. And then I also have the Amityville Horror, the original. I also have the remake, which I thought was really good. But this one, shot off the entire franchise. There's like 4 of them, 5 of them, and the book. I've seen plenty of documentaries on this, and I've seen plenty of TV spots. I really think this is the documentary they need to be watching. It is Hollywood. It is, based on the book, based on the true events, and I think this is a good account of that whole mistake. This one is the Mothman Prophecies, which takes place in the border of West Virginia and Ohio. I live in Ohio, so I actually have a buddy who lived in Point Pleasant. This film took place, basically. There's actually, from what I hear, there's stores, gift shops, and this is a big thing in Point Pleasant. And I learned that in the filming of this film, there was only actually like 1 or 2 scenes actually in Point Pleasant. The bridge and all that was all fake. Not fake, but just on a stage. And I really like this film. It touched me, if you will. And lastly, for now, I have the Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman. Just love this movie. The guy, Tim Robbins, is falsely accused of murdering his wife and her lover. She cheated on him, and I won't tell you the end, but it's definitely worth it. I know it's kind of a longer movie, like 3.5 hours, I believe, but it's definitely worth it. It's worth sitting through. Another one that I have up there, The Green Mile, which has Tom Hanks in it. That movie is amazing too. I like the prison kind of feel, but this movie really set home. And Red, the old guy, right? Or not Red, I'm sorry. Red's the Morgan Freeman. What's his name? This guy right here. I'm not sure of it right now, but if you'd like to comment it or video post a response, sure, go ahead. He wrote, before he hangs himself, I guess it's hangs himself, he wrote his name on the, chiseled it, and said he was here, and he wrote that long letter to all of his prison mates. You see that referenced in the TV show Weeds, season 4. I believe it's the last episode of season 4, maybe the second from last, I'm not sure. Dave Wilson, I'm not sure his actor's name, but the character's name, Dave Wilson, he puts the rope around his neck like he's about to hang himself, and he writes, Doug Wilson was here. I'm sorry, it was Doug Wilson, not Dave Wilson. He carves his name and says he was here, and he's about to hang himself, and you see him just jacking one off. It's fucking funniest shit ever. But yeah, that's my DVD collection update for October 7th, 2008. I will be posting more once I get more DVDs and the rest of my collection. Thank you for watching.